Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Thursday, November 18th, 2021. Sit down, relax for just a moment here because I'm going to tell you things, well, no surprise to you, but it's just more absolute, frankly, dog shit and propaganda by the mainstream yet again. And I'm going to put a real perspective on this for you. What am I talking about? Okay, so as most of you do realize, every Thursday, we get a report for first-time unemployment claims for the prior week. Every single week, it's around the same number, between 250,000 and 300,000 every week. Okay, well, let's put that into perspective. And if you don't believe me, just go to the U.S. Labor Department's website and you can see this all for yourself. Well, last month, the U.S. economy added 531,000 jobs, and this was being cheered, and it was the greatest thing in the history of the world. Really? How does that work when every single week, again, first-time unemployment claims are around 250,000 to 300,000. So what does this tell you? You see, they think you're retarded. Net, every month, we are losing about 500,000 jobs. Make it up. But they sit here, the talking heads on the freaking mainstream channels, and they're trying to tell you that this is fantastic and great. Like I tell you all the time, you must be lied to and propagandized on an epic scale. And they have to convince you that what you are seeing, if you know where to look, is not real. So if you were to, for example, right now, turn on, I don't know, pick one of the mainstream media outlets or just go to CNBC, Bloomberg, Reuters, they're going to tell you that this is a great number here because it's the lowest since this freaking pandemic nonsense here. And let me tell you something else. This number that came in today, 268,000 people. Again, last week applying for first-time unemployment claims, this number came in higher than expected. It's always that. They don't expect it. Really? It came in higher? Why? Because our economy is in free fall. Now let's move on to more nonsense. They're trying to tell you, I had to write this stuff down here. It's unbelievable. Manufacturing put on some gains here, and they're all lovely, and they're all happy about this. Let me tell you something. This is absolutely a complete falsehood. Manufacturing here in the United States is in free fall. Not only are they trying, look, we all know the story here. The story is, supply chain disruptions. It's called, our factories can't get materials they needed, and not only that, they're going to charge you more for it, but that's why manufacturing isn't so good. Now all of a sudden they're trying to tell you that manufacturing is taking off. Is that why, let's see, as a percentage of GDP, the U.S. economy is in free fall? It's cratering. Is that why our trade deficit continues to skyrocket? Again, more propaganda. It's all lies. We can't get the truth anymore, people. The entire media, all of it, is just a mind-twisting way to keep people programmed. Okay, that's all it is. They want to keep you programmed, okay, like a computer or something, into thinking that what you are seeing is not real. They got to continue to lie, and then lie some more. People, we are witnessing the fall of an empire, and we've seen this throughout history. How many of you realize that right up until the last days of World War II, the German people believed they were winning the war? Why? Well, that's what the propaganda was telling them. And they couldn't believe it, that they were getting destroyed. Their cities were getting leveled, and they were being told that what they were seeing is not real. That sound familiar to you? Yeah. So it's the same thing here. And it's, you want to go back even further than that. It's all the same. It never changes. The dialogue, the narrative is always the same. Our economy here globally is in free fall, but the United States economy is in absolute shambles. It continues to free fall, and there's no end in sight. By design, people, by design. Why do you think the real reason is that they shut down the economy globally? Okay, did this really have to happen? If the face diapers worked so well and vaccines and all this other dog shit stuff? No. They did it to shut down the global economy, to allow central banks to literally take over here, to become the lenders and buyers of last resort. We were warned about this for decades and decades and decades, and here it is. Anyway, let us talk here. So on the back of, again, more absolutely abysmal economic news, and this in no way is good. We are net losing jobs every single month, but you can't know that. You have to think everything is just fantastic. They think you're a retard. And if that word is offending you, I'm sorry. Anyway, crude oil, people, we've seen it take a hit lately, hovering around $78.50. A lot of this is, it's jawboning with regard to oil being released from the strategic reserves. Apparently, China is going to be doing that. It's not going to make any meaningful difference here. Okay, understand. Yes, in the short run, if in fact more nations got behind this plan here to release oil from the strategic reserves, it would be maybe a temporary relief, but that's all it would be. And crude oil is going much higher yet again. Again, those strategic reserves are going to be refilled. Okay, so there's more demand for you. Look, it's all the same story. It's just an illusion. Everything is. There's no relief in sight. The situation here is critical. If you are a member of the middle class, you're really done. You have a target on your face. It's been tattooed on. It ain't coming off. You need to take action, and you need to take action now. Okay, like I've been explaining to you, getting yourselves in the right spots here with this market, at least from a financial standpoint. Staying on the right side of what is coming. And I keep saying this to you. It's going to be freaking biblical when this happens. It's only a matter of time, people, before the debt market implodes. The debt market is going to implode. I don't know another way to put it. And it's going to take people by surprise, but not you. You see, well, everyone's over here looking at the stock market, which is a derivative as to what is happening in the debt market. Well, you're going to know ahead of time because you're going to be watching things like the MMRI, which is around 95 right now. Okay? There's all this talk. Go to Market Watch right now. Open up a new window and go to Market Watch. And there's all these warnings right now about an imminent and severe drop in the stock market. Look, this market is in la-la land. We found out from the Federal Reserve, what was it, last week, their semi-annual report on financial conditions, that yes, they're admitting that the stock market does not make sense anymore. Margin debt is taken off, personal debt, valuations are out of control. This is the Federal Reserve, and they created this whole issue. So this is no surprise to you. You knew this already. So look, is it possible that at any moment the stock market could take a massive hit? Absolutely, it's possible. Even, for example, looking at the MMRI in the green at 95.1, I'm already telling you I don't like this whole thing here. I'd like to see it much lower than 95 in this environment. You got to take the whole picture in here. But if you're hedged, you don't even give a damn. Okay, you're in risk on and risk off assets at the same time. You are hedged. And that's how you got to stay here in this market. So look, just because the MMRI is saying which is a low risk environment, it doesn't mean no risk. And I keep getting people writing to me about this along with the Dixie. People are not getting it through their head. Although the dollar or the Dixie index relative strength of the dollar is lower this morning, not much, it's lower by a fraction, people don't understand what they're looking at, and it drives me nuts. They think that it's the absolute strength. It's not absolute strength, it's relative strength. And I told all of you weeks ago that I expect the relative strength of the dollar to stay high relative to other currencies. People, look, pay attention to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I am saying. from a guy who studies this stuff 24/7. Okay, and you're going to be in the right spots. Okay, you want to go listen to somebody else out here? Good for you. Good for you. Let's see. Are these people really market people like myself? Are they in this market? Do they have their own cash at risk? Probably not. Probably not. No. And these a lot of the same people are calling for a market meltdown last month that never happened and everything else. You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, people, look. So in summary here. The propaganda ministry is in full swing this morning. Another 268,000 people last week applying for first-time unemployment benefits. Net, we are losing an epic sum of jobs every month as our economy continues to free fall. There is no end in sight, and it's being done by design here, people. You all know there is no recovery. This whole thing is deliberate, and it's an elimination and it's extermination of the entire middle class, not just here in the United States, but globally. Globally. All right, look, I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. At least I think so here. Anyway, this guy loves you a lot. Very important video. Share it. Get it out there. And I want to hear from you. Did I say anything here that doesn't ring true to you? People are not that stupid. When they hear the truth, they know it. Okay? You want to be lied to? Pick a mainstream channel and listen to these freaking freaks over there that are doing nothing but lie, and propagandize you. It's out of control. I'll see you later.